The shimmering city of Elysium, once a beacon of hope for humanity, stretched before us like a dying star. Why? The last remnants of 1 billion souls had returned after 1 million millennia, our ship a speck against the vast, cold canvas of space. I stared out the port, my heart thudding against my ribs. Elysium, the ark that had carried humanity into a new age, now hung like a skeletal ghost against the backdrop of the Milky Way. Its once vibrant, multicolored panels were faded, chipped, and cracked, like the skin of an ancient, forgotten creature. My grandfather, Silas, had recounted stories of the old world. He had seen it all: the escape from a dying earth, the construction of Elysium, the glorious era of prosperity. He had also witnessed the great collapse, the cataclysm that had plunged the utopia into darkness. It was a storm, he'd say, his voice raspy with age, a storm unlike anything we'd ever seen. It ripped through Elysium, tearing it apart, piece by piece. 1 million years later, we, the descendants of the survivors, were back, driven by a desperate hope that the city held clues to our past, maybe even a flicker of life. Our ship, the Phoenix, was a testament to our newfound ingenuity, powered by technology far beyond even Silas' wildest dreams. We docked at the city's central hub, a once gleaming spire that now stood battered and broken. The air was thick with dust and silence, broken only by the rhythmic hum of our ship's engines. The city was eerily quiet, a tomb of forgotten dreams. As we entered the city, a sense of desolation washed over me. The once bustling streets were now choked with overgrown plants and crumbling structures. The towering buildings, once filled with life, now stood like fallen giants, monuments to a bygone era. Every step we took was a journey into the past. We saw rusted metal sculptures, shattered windows reflecting the distant stars, and faded murals depicting scenes of a time we could only imagine. The air still held the faint scent of decay and the lingering whispers of 1 million forgotten stories. We found the central library, its doors shattered, its shelves empty except for a few crumbling books. Inside, I found a single, leather-bound volume, its pages brittle and yellowed. The title, etched in elegant script, read, "The History of Elysium." I carefully opened the book, its pages dusting my gloved fingertips. I read about the city's construction, the advancements in technology, the utopian society that had thrived for so long. Then, the story took a dark turn. The book spoke of a growing instability in the system, a series of escalating anomalies that defied explanation. It spoke of strange energy fluctuations, erratic weather patterns, and a growing unease among the inhabitants. The final entry was a fragmented account, written in a trembling hand, describing a night of unimaginable terror. The city was consumed by a storm of unimaginable power, its once gleaming facade ripped apart. The writer, a historian named Lyra, spoke of seeing the sky crack open, revealing a black void that seemed to devour everything in its path. The book ended abruptly, leaving me with a chilling emptiness. The silence of the city was punctuated by the rustling of leaves and the creaking of metal, a soundtrack of decay and oblivion. We continued exploring, venturing deeper into the city's heart. The buildings were decaying, but beneath the rust and dust, we discovered remnants of the past, a forgotten laboratory with a half-finished project, a nursery with plush toys abandoned on the floor, a rooftop garden with withered plants. In the city's central plaza, we found a massive, ornate statue depicting a woman with outstretched arms, her face etched with a serene expression. A plaque at the base read, "To the future, with hope." The sight of the statue, the symbol of Elysium's ideals, brought tears to my eyes. What had happened to this utopian dream, this city built on the hopes of an entire species? As we continued our search, the evidence of the great collapse became more apparent. The city was a monument to the fragility of human ambition, a harsh reminder that even the most advanced technology could be undone by the whims of the universe. We found a single, intact structure, a massive observation deck overlooking the city. Inside, nestled among the shattered glass and rusted metal, was a single, gleaming artifact, a small, spherical device, encased in glass. As I reached out to touch it, a surge of energy pulsed through the device, causing the room to hum with light. The device activated, projecting a holographic image of a woman. Her face was familiar, etched in my memories from the history books. It was Lyra, the historian. She spoke, her voice echoing in the silent room. We couldn't stop it. The storm, it came from nowhere, from beyond our understanding. It consumed us, tore us apart. But we survived. We made it out. And we will find a new home. We will rebuild. We will not forget. The image faded, leaving me staring at the device, a glimmering beacon of hope, in the heart of a broken city. We may have lost Elysium, but Lyra's message gave us hope. In the quiet of the ruined city, I understood. The great collapse wasn't the end, it was a beginning. We had survived, and we would rebuild. We, the descendants of the survivors, would carry the legacy of Elysium, the dream of a better tomorrow, into the vast, unknown expanse of the universe.